You can't go through there, sir. It's for historians and scientists only.
How do you know I'm not one of the cognoscenti?
You're dressed too tastefully, sir.
Please let me in. I'm a collector of antiquities.
I'm afraid you'll have to show me that you're a serious collector. This is an elite establishment. We can't let any old riffraff in.
You must let me in. Let me through, or my manservant will bite you.
That wouldn't be wise on his part, sir. I fought in the Crimean War and killed 30 Russian dragoons with just my appendix.
I have come to visit the eminent writer and scientist, Herbert George Wells.
Sorry, sir, he's gone away. He said he'd be back before anyone would even know he was gone.
Look, I've discovered the missing link.
Unless I'm much mistaken, that's your manservant, sir.
Yes, he was under my nose all the time. Isn't that amazing? You don't believe me, do you?
No, sir.
I have in my possession an incredible talking cat.
Sir, this is a respected scientific institute, not Barnum and Bailey's circus.
I won't talk with you now. I'm a busy man. This is part of my collection. Will this convince you that I deserve to be allowed in?
It's a nice piece. Late Phoenician. I'm sorry for doubting you, sir. You are a true aficionado. Please, go on through.
But look at it! It's a monstrosity! It will never work.
You don't know what you're talking about, Tipple. Computing engines are the future of science. To ignore the calculating power of our analytical engine is folly.
But all the Institute's funds have been squandered on this oversized abacus. The future is in exploration. If you would only give me the staff necessary to complete my project.
Oh yes, your project. To go to the moon? Tipple, you're a fool. Even if you got there, you would find nothing but dust.
That's where you're wrong. By my calculations, there is a resource on the moon of such quantity that the first people to stake a claim will be rich beyond their wildest dreams. And if this institute were to help me in my work, you could build all the analytical engines you wanted with the spoils.
We will not risk any of our staff on your wild goose chase, Tipple. Your plan for getting to the moon is reckless, untested, and probably suicidal.
We'll see who has the last laugh.
Maybe I can use this to help that little professor chap. Good grief! All this amazing technology, and all people want to do with it is play games. I'm sure science will prevail. Computer games will never catch on. Maybe I can use this to help that little professor chap. He looks after the exhibits in the Institute. If they wouldn't reason with the professor, they certainly won't talk to me.
Where to, Governor?
Barnsbury. Wait here, Mossop.
Thank you, sir.
It's stone cold. That maid must have forgotten to boil the water. It will fall apart in my hands. I need to put it in a container of some sort. I'd better open it first. This normally contains certain items that should be flushed, not burned. It almost looks like a cigar. Heaven help anyone who tries to smoke that. Hello, Gertrude.
I made some tea and cake.
Very good, Gertrude. This should make the teacup very slippery indeed.
It's cold!
It's Vichyssoise tea, my dear. Very fashionable on the continent. The sun will warm it up for you.
Oh, the cup's all greasy.
It's, Wedgwood waxy china crockery, dear. Extremely popular with the royal family, I hear.
Well, why didn't you say so? If it's good enough for royalty, it's good enough for me.
That is my beloved fiancée. She's as affectionate as a great white shark, and she shops like there's no tomorrow. I was wondering, my darling, could I possibly, if you wouldn't mind, to help out, you understand, about your engagement ring, my dear?
Yes, Piers, about my so-called engagement ring. Do you realise the jewel is so small, I can hardly even tell I've got it on? So unless you brought me a replacement of a decent size and weight, I don't even want to discuss the subject.
Of course, my petal. I will be talked at by you later, my sweet. If I give too many valuables away, I shall have to register myself as a charity.
Where to, Governor?
Barnsbury. Wait here, Mossop.
Thank you, sir.
Of course, the Highbourne Club. Its membership is composed entirely of rich gentlemen who like nothing better than to waste their inherited money on insane ventures. I'll surely be able to find someone there to invest in my expedition.
Where to, Governor?
The Highborn Club on Piccadilly. I don't think I've ever said any more than the most cursory greeting to him.
Good day, Mr. Fanshawe.
Hello, Pitter.
Potter, sir.
Jolly good. He's one of the Highborn Club's servants. I'm sure I can find a more practical use for this than sticking it up my nose. My goodness! This would make a potent explosive substance unless I'm very much mistaken. Not enough to open a safe, but it might be useful as flash powder for a camera. That's the Earl of Lytton. I was at school with him. Hello there. You're the Earl of Lytton, aren't you? Do you remember me? Fanshawe. Piers Fanshawe. We were at school together.
Do you mind? I'm trying to concentrate on my shot.
Sorry, old chap.
Actually, Fanshawe, you can do me a favour. Run along and find that senile butler and tell him to bring me my port. I've been waiting minutes.
Good to see you too. That's the Earl's calling card. It identifies him as a member of royalty, albeit several thousandth in line to the throne. They should give the Earl of Lytton a run for his money. I say, shouldn't you take that glass of port into his lordship? I think I heard him call for it.
Sorry, sir, but I didn't hear him. I'm a little deaf in my right ear. I'll take it in now.
Jolly good.
Oh, 3:30, sir.
Bottoms up, old chap.
Port! Where's my port? I need a little drinky to sharpen my aim. Ah, there you are, my little beauty. Come to Papa. I say, I think I have to go potty.
This could be useful if I wanted to pass myself off as royalty. He's one of the denizens of the Highborn Club, overpaid, oversexed, and over the hill. He's one of the denizens of the Highborn Club, overpaid, oversexed, and over the hill. Gentlemen, I have returned.
Ah, Fanshawe. Long time no see. How are our American cousins?
Coming along quite nicely, considering they've had independence for almost a century now. They're getting the hang of it. Give them another 100 years and they'll probably be the major power on this planet.
What? Bigger than the British Empire? Well, that's preposterous. Who ever heard of such a thing?
One can't stand in the way of progress. Change is inevitable.
Balderdash! All this talk of progress and change, that's why we've got the British Army, to stop that sort of thing. If you're going to continue to spout such contemporary liberal nonsense, we may have to reconsider your membership of this club.
Excuse me, gentlemen. I have a business proposition for you all.
Business, eh? Well, I think we're all men of the world here. What have you got in mind?
And does it involve putting small children and pit ponies down badly ventilated mine shafts? Or large and brutal machines which regularly entrap and hideously mangle their impoverished operators?
Good God, no.
Well, that's me out then. Stick to what you know best. That's my philosophy. Huh.
I want to operate sightseeing tours using a boat on the Thames.
I don't think even foreign tourists would want to be shown miles upon miles of common people using the world's largest open sewer.
I'm setting up a ship chartering business.
Not very advisable at the moment, old boy, given this bally shipping blockade. Parliament has to authorise every ship's arrival or departure, and there's a 3-month waiting list. Only Her Majesty the Queen has the power to bypass these emergency regulations, so there's not much of a market for private shipping enterprises right now.
I'll speak to you chaps later.
Goodbye, Mr. Fanshawe.
Cheerio, Portley.
Tasha, sir.
Excellent.
Where to, Governor?
Buckingham Palace.
Are we going to see the Queen, sir?
We certainly are, Mossop. Not only do I have to report on my American business, but I will also ask for her help in vanquishing Dr. Dinsey.
But you aren't booked in to see her until next week, sir. And you know how she is about appointments and punctuality.
Yes, I know that, Mossop. But this is an emergency, and I am one of her most secret and trusted agents. I'll get in to see her.